In this video, I'm going to lay out the 7 habits of highly narcissistic parents and how these habits have impacted your life and shaped who you are today. I'm Jerry Wise, and for over 45 years, I've helped hundreds of thousands of people get their narcissistic and dysfunctional families out of them so they can finally reclaim their true self, find clarity, peace, and lasting freedom. Habit 1. Narcissistic parents make love, affection, and approval conditional by withholding it as a way to control you. Narcissistic parents create a dysfunctional family system where love and approval is offered only when you meet the parent's expectations. They use affection as a tool for control and withdraw as a means of punishment, teaching you that love is conditional and must be earned. This forces you into molding yourself into someone who is always looking for love, always looking for acceptance and approval. Love and affection are tools of control, and we may take these beliefs into our adult relationships. Even as adults, you remain stuck in a pattern of seeking acceptance and validation to feel loved. This creates emotional dependency, making it difficult to trust that love can be given freely. You may find it challenging to assert your true self in relationships, always feeling the need to prove you're worthy of love. Habit number 2, narcissistic parents invalidate your feelings. Narcissistic parents dismiss your emotions as too sensitive or overreacting, or even shut you off completely, or often insidiously ignore your feelings altogether. This teaches you that your emotional reality doesn't matter and creates confusion about your own feelings. As an adult, you may struggle with emotional clarity, doubting your feelings, and often suppressing them to avoid conflict. This creates self-doubt, and you may have a hard time trusting your emotional instincts in adult life. We become, so to speak, learning disabled about the feelings language and about identifying feelings. Habit number 3. Narcissistic parents center everything around themselves. When the narcissistic parents do this, your needs, emotions, and identity are overlooked, leaving you with a diminished sense of self. They are the star of the show. You're the props manager for their performance. The narcissistic parent's desires dictate the emotional climate, and you are expected to orbit around their needs, suppressing your own emotional process. This dynamic creates an enmeshed family system where your identity becomes shaped by their needs rather than your own. This process is part of the family superself we are attached to. It is the Wi-Fi messages and programming we internalize. As an adult, you may struggle to assert your own needs and desires. You might feel like your needs are always secondary, or even worse, they should never be considered at all. This makes it difficult for you to set and maintain healthy boundaries, always finding yourself prioritizing others at the expense of your own well-being. Habit number 4. Narcissistic parents shame any expressions of your true self. Narcissistic parents shame you for expressing who you really are. They use criticism, shaming, and ridicule parts of your personality, interests, or desires that don't align with their expectations, their values, their fears, the image they want to project, or toxic religious beliefs. This forces you to hide who you truly are, pushing you to be who they need you to be. As an adult, you stay disconnected from your identity and continue to suppress your natural desires and preferences, always adapting to what family or others expect. This can leave you with feelings of self-doubt and shame about who you really are, preventing you from embracing the real you. Habit number 5. Narcissistic parents create sibling rivalry. Narcissistic parents often pit siblings against each other for attention, love, and approval. They may compare children, show favoritism, or reward one while criticizing another. This creates competition and mistrust instead of closeness and support. This rivalry is built into the family system to keep the focus on the parent's emotional needs and to maintain their control. As adults, siblings may still feel the effects. The old competition and mistrust can carry over, making it hard to have healthy, supportive relationships with each other and even with people outside the family. Habit number 6. Narcissistic parents override your boundaries. The narcissistic parent does not see the need for anyone around them to have boundaries. To them, they see boundaries as interrupting the relationship. They see boundaries as limitations in their style of relating. For them, others' boundaries are seen as irritating, unnecessary, a result of your issues, hurtful, annoying, power moves, immature, conflict starters, an attack, challenges to what they feel is best for you or them. That's how the narcissistic parent sees boundary setting. Narcissistic parents disregard your emotional, mental, and physical boundaries, treating your needs as secondary to others, and certainly secondary to theirs. This lack of respect for your autonomy leaves you enmeshed in the narcissistic parent's emotional world, where your identity becomes shaped by their desires and needs. As an adult, you may struggle to create and enforce healthy internal and external boundaries in relationships. Internal boundaries and emotional and mental boundaries, these are your ability to stay detached and not care about their dysfunction in the first place. What I allow to hurt me, have meaning for me, take personally, and what I not take personally, the use of the I don't care muscle or the so what muscle, the part of us that is healed to the point of it doesn't matter, you don't have emotional power over my insides. Your actions and words affect me based on my choosing and my level of detachment. External boundaries are physical. They are your ability to create effective boundaries in the real world in your relationship with them. They can leave you feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or taken advantage of when others overstep your limits, struggling to assert yourself and protect your emotional space. Habit number 7. Narcissistic parents play the guilt card. Narcissistic parents use guilt to manipulate you into meeting their emotional needs, making you feel responsible for their happiness. This is what I call systems guilt, where the guilt you are feeling is not truly yours, but is felt on cue by others. Their emotions are absorbed by you. As an adult, this emotional manipulation can make you feel guilty for prioritizing your own needs or for saying no. You may struggle to set healthy boundaries, often feeling like you owe others something. We then learn to sacrifice our own well-being to avoid guilt or rejection. Now, I want you to understand something important. These habits of highly narcissistic parents, like making love conditional, invalidating your emotions, withholding affection, and others that we have discussed, aren't just isolated actions. They are deeply ingrained patterns in the family system designed to keep you emotionally stuck and entangled in the dysfunction. This is what I call the family super self, where the influence of your family is so deeply ingrained in you that you are being who they needed you to be, not who you really are. The key to breaking free isn't about changing your family or waiting for them to approve of you or waiting for them to let you go from these bonds. It is about self-differentiation. Self-differentiation is the process of becoming and being your true self, separate from your family programming. It's the ability to stay grounded in your relationships without abandoning yourself, even if others are difficult, never change, or don't like who you've become. If you're looking to get the impacts of these hurtful habits out of you and finally self-differentiate and start living with clarity, peace, and grounded connection to your true self, then join the Road to Self program. Many who've joined say it was the missing piece in their healing journey, the step that finally helped them get the family out of them and stand strong as their true self. If you're not sure you're ready for the Road to Self program, fine. Start with the free 84-minute self-differentiation training. Over 30,000 people have joined the free training as their first step. Click the links in the description to get started. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. I want to thank you for watching. Have a great day and be wise.